see if anybody's flying, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what I found the other day when I popped into them. It's again about a 40-degree day, so I just quickly opened up the lids to see how they were doing, and unfortunately found some not so great news. I'm also, you can probably hear it in my voice, I also got COVID this week. I'm on kind of the mend now. I'm kind of getting better at this point. It started out really yucky this week. On Sunday was when I first came down with it. But now it's just kind of like a cold, so it's not too bad at this point. So last summer I started out, I went into summer with 14 hives. And that was because I had split from 7. I actually split each hive twice, which ended up being a bit of a mistake because I weakened them a lot and I didn't get a lot of honey. But then one of my hives absconded, so then I ended up with 13. And before winter, it was probably beginning of November, when I came to winterize my hives, which I was late doing, so my fault. 3 of my hives had died. So then I was down to 10, and I did a different feeding method this year than I've done in the past. I laid newspaper on the top of the inner cover, or on top of the second deep, and poured dry sugar, and then had the shim, and then the inner cover, and then the top cover. And from what I assume happened is moisture. I see a couple bees flying around, so out of my 10 hives that I went into winter with, I have somewhere between 2 and 4 hives alive. 2 hives looked fairly active and alive, and then the other 2 were that were alive seemed very weak. I didn't see a ton of bee activity. I heard some bees in there, so I'm hopeful. But this is a massive, massive loss. And financially speaking, from a business standpoint, I mean, this is like killer. I'm probably going to end up buying some nukes, which sucks. I haven't bought nukes since I started beekeeping back in 2020. That year I bought 4 nukes. The next year I went up to 8. It ended up being 7, and then 14, and now I'm down to 2 or 4. So it sucks. It's really gut-wrenching. I've said it time and time again that bees on the homestead are like my favorite thing. They're my favorite part of my farm business. People come to me for honey on a regular basis because they know that my honey is really high quality. We harvest regularly, so it's not just like a mixed crop of honey. It's typically seasonal. We harvest sometimes June, sometimes not till July, and then we harvest every month through October, so it's kind of more seasonal. It's, you're getting, I don't want to say monocrop honey by any means, but more, you get goldenrod honey, and you get the different blooms, and so you get to see that in the different honey colors and things and the different tastes, and it's cool. And people really enjoy that. And I'm also very passionate about bees. I try to spread a lot of information and knowledge about beekeeping and about just being pollinator friendly, even if you're not going to be a beekeeper. I went to my kids' school last year for Earth Day and did a presentation with an observation hive. So I'm pretty heartbroken. I mean, this is thousands of dollars of loss, truly. So if I have 4, I can split to 8. But I still would like to buy some nukes because I'm not sure that even those, I'm going to end up with 4 total. So this is probably one of the crappiest springs for me so far. Over winter, before this, I've only ever lost 1 hive. That's how I ended up with 7 last year in spring. I went into winter with 8. And if you've watched my videos for a while, I had quilt boxes on last year, and in a really bad storm, 4 hives, quilt boxes came off, and one of them, the inner cover also came off, and it was snowing, and that one that the inner cover came off died. The other ones did survive and did fine. I think a lot of it's me. I think a lot of it was my mistakes. Beekeeping is always a learning process, and you're trying new things and hoping that things work out. Again, I think I split them 2 week last year, although they all seem to have enough resources. I actually really think it's moisture from the newspaper. I'd seen it done. I asked in beekeeping groups about it, and everyone kind of was like, yep, this is, people do this, it's fine. And I'm not blaming anybody for, bad advice. It just clearly didn't work for me, and I won't do it again. So, yeah, it sucks. I was really hoping to get up to 16 hives this year, and I think the most I'll probably get up to is 10. So, major loss this year. So that was all today, guys. I just wanted to update you on my bee situation, and I will keep you guys updated as I continue to check them and to see if I end up truly with 2, 3, 4 hives, and how many nukes I decide to order. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Remember, we're growing today for a better tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and join me on the next one.